to the party where the nuts hang. It's just a rap thing.
Hello! We're back with episode 69.
Sex! This is the sex episode where we don't really talk about sex, but it's because the number is sexy.
Yeah, 69.
I am Mel Angelstad, and of course with me is Andrew Desjardins.
Who?
Those are the only two NHL players to wear it during the regular season.
Oh, more of a Doug Glatt kind of guy.
I was going to lead into it. This is the Doug Glatt 69! It'll be hilarious episode of The Sounds of Struggle.
Why didn't we have that sound clip?
Because we don't have sound clips.
Live? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
69. Kind of like the sex position.
Yeah. You know what? Backbreaker Media, insert it right now.
So,
That's funny.
I'm Chris Parrish.
I am the sexual 69ing Meniac.
So, you be 6, I be 9? How does this work?
Which one do you prefer, 6 or 9?
Oh, I like
You want to be
9.
upside down or not?
I'm a 9er guy.
I'm upside down, I guess.
Okay.
Is it because I'm bald? You're racist?
No, because if anything, my flow looks funny when I'm upside down.
Very true. Looks struggle-licious.
It's a little bit of alright.
Yes.
Wine,
So-
dine, 69.
Wine 'em, dine 'em, 69 'em.
Yeah.
Name that movie, you'll get 2 free tickets to next month's show.
That was in a movie?
That's actually a movie.
Oh, wow.
It's on a hat.
Huh.
Yeah.
I was just doing the whole Rey Mysterio thing, but just not 619 them.
Yeah. No, it's Wine 'em, dine 'em, 69 'em. It's on a trucker hat. There's all the information you get. You get back to me before Friday at 2 p.m., you get 2 free tickets to this coming show, where I'm going to win the heavyweight championship. True story.
It's Little Women, right?
Dude, you gave away the fucking answer.
Oh, I mean, what can I say? We want people to enjoy the show.
But seriously, hit us up. Answer. 3 p.m. Friday. Get it before that, you win.
It's not Little Women, you fucking idiots.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah.
Speaking of Little Women, Calgary's bidding to host the 2026 Olympic Winter Games.
Yeah, they do have Little Women there.
Yes, they do. A
Yeah.
lot of women. And big women.
Yeah.
Some big old...
Well, they do. Yeah.
You bitch.
Yeah.
But
Nobody's more of a bitch than the Flames, though.
I think it'd be kind of cool, actually, to see them host the Olympics, to be honest. Go
They
down
already
there
did.
and...
Go back to 88.
I wasn't fucking born yet!
Well, that's not my fault.
That's very true. Point is, that'd be sweet. I'd like to go see Listen Winter Olympic Hockey.
I was. It wasn't that great. But,
You were fucking 2!
yeah.
You weren't even 2. You were 1 and almost 2.
No, depending on what...
It's February.
Eh.
You were not even 2 yet.
I
You don't remember
I
shit.
was steaming
You
that
don't-
deuce before steaming deuces were cool.
I hate you.
But the coolest thing about that 88 Olympics in Calgary was it was a spawn off the Cool Runnings. Because that's exactly the Olympic game that they went to.
Yeah,
In
Jamaican
Cool Runnings.
bobsled.
Yeah. So,
So hopefully we can get like a Ugandan, get a Wakanda bobsled team. You imagine the Wakandans as bobsleds? It'd be badass.
what about the Olympic athletes of Uganda bobsled team?
Not Uganda. We want Wakanda. We want Black Panther at the Olympics.
Wakanda. Okay.
Wakanda.
Yeah.
Wakanda forever.
Isn't there like a struggle land country we made up? What about...
Yeah, but we're gonna win anything.
Yeah,
and
well,
everything, so it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
so our
But
bobsled
I-
team is going to fucking murder them.
Our 2-man, and we're going to have to find a 4th member for a 4-man.
Doug Glatt. Doug Glatt.
Fair enough.
Doug Glatt.
I like it. Douglas, you've been assigned to tag struggle bobsled.
That, or we get a really hot chick.
Can't do that if it's men's.
And then I have to sit behind her because then I get to grab things.
That's... How do you think bobsled works?
I don't know. Have you ever bobsled?
Not in person.
So how do you know I'm wrong?
I watch it.
So? You don't see what goes on under there.
You're waving your hand in a very provocative way. And you might not be wrong.
See?
You think that would slow it down, though, because you start...
It's a TBD kind of a thing, isn't it?
tuberculosis dick.
No,
Yeah.
because isn't the one person doing the driving, the other one kind of like steers? Or not steers, but like...
They just kind of kneel and hide there.
Exactly. So you work the left one way to go to the left. You work the right to go to the right.
All I'm saying is that with her, making her wiggle will kind of throw us off balance.
Wiggle it just
a little bit.
Sex!
So we're moving right along.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor is finally stripped of his lightweight title, the 155-pound one.
Yeah, it's about time.
Well, the fact he's not, defending it or anything like that. Although...
Yeah, he kind of did the Dean Ambrose on the U.S. title with that one.
Well, not his fault, though. Well, that wasn't Dean Ambrose's fault. He was just doing what he told. But, yes. My thing is, though, is now they've put up a unified, ultimate, whatever you want to call it, heavy or lightweight title. And it's going to be between Max Holloway, who is the champion weight class below that, and Khabib. I don't know what Khabib's first... I don't know what his first name is, but...
No, Khabib is his first
It's Khabib.
name. Khabib.
Fuck you. It's Khabib.
Yeah, we just can't pronounce his last name.
I don't even know his first name. Point is, that guy's a fucking monster.
Yeah, no, he's awesome.
So if Holloway can get through him,
I really wanted to see Conor and Khabib. That's like the match I want to see.
I guarantee if Holloway wins this, it'll be Holloway versus McGregor. I guarantee that.
I think
That'll be for like half of the roster's belts.
I'll put Khabib over. I think he's going to win that. That guy's
He's scary. Legit scary.
he's awesome. And he has cool hats.
I don't know anything about that.
Oh, look at his hats when he does weigh-ins and his entrances.
Sure.
Awesome.
We have sweet hats too, though.
We do have sweet hats.
Not for sale yet,
No.
but we do have sweet
That's
hats.
why we have sweet hats.
Exactly.
Listeners can just hear about our sweet hats.
Exactly. They can get our sweet t-shirts, though.
Yeah, they can get our sweet t-shirts. We might as well get it out of the way. Where can they get our
Okay.
sweet t-shirts?
Well, which ones do you speak of? Do you want the current ones or the past ones?
They're all sweet.
Well, let's see. Past ones go to whatamaneuver.net. And go to the Backbreaker Media page.
Yeah.
And you can click on the Vintage One World Empire, or the OG The Struggle.
What did we say last week about the OWE? The Retro WE. That's
Retro
it.
WE.
Retro
That's it, yes.
WE.
The Retro WE, yes. Good call.
That was awesome.
And if you don't want those, you want something a little more current, you can go to us this Saturday at our show.
Yeah, anywhere we're fucking at.
Ooh, we're everywhere, bitches.
Yeah, it's this Saturday we're at MPW Eliminator.
Where I'm going to eliminate the competition in this triple threat and become the new heavyweight champion.
And I get to beat up Cody Blade.
Welcome back, you bitch.
No. So,
that also, backbreakervod.pivotshare.com. Use Tag Struggle as your code. You get 2 weeks free, 3 months half off.
was no 3.
No 3. It's a
Yeah.
it's an E because someone fucked up.
Yep.
Also, Backbreaker Media.
Point to the ref.
Excuse you.
Thank you.
Backbreaker Media is now on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, Podcast Player, and fuck YouTube. We're on there, but fuck them.
Yeah.
They don't even show nudity. Fuck them.
Be better.
We're half censored on there. Fuck them.
Be
Anyways.
better.
We have all of our shit out of the way. Let's get more back to podding.
Yeah.
Or podcasting, or is it past tense poodin?
Pod. I don't know.
Pulling our pods. Yeah, we are.
Pods alone.
Because it's 69.
It is 69.
Yeah, it
Like
is.
sex position.
Sexual feelings.
Yeah.
Jack Nicklaus's 15-year-old grandson got a hole in one at the Masters. That's pretty cool.
I'll give him a hole in one.
Sexual. He's underage, Parrish. You're going to jail for that.
What?
And there, you're going to get all the sex you can handle. You're going to get raped.
See? I'll get a hole in one.
There you go. Also, speaking of holes in ones, many, many holes in ones over his career, Steve Nash inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame.
Hole in one.
He's hole in some.
How did he get a lot of hole in ones? He played basketball.
Well, you swish it, that's like a hole in one, except for it just keeps going.
Yeah, but usually a basket's like 2 points or 3.
So he got a hole in two. He went in both ends. Good for him.
2 in 1.
A 2.
Or
He
3-1.
He DP'd it.
Ooh,
Or spit roasted it. Good for him.
interesting.
You want to hear?
That's a Hall of Famer right
Yeah,
there.
exactly. That's why he's going in.
Yep.
Speaking of which, you want to hear a good story about someone fucking someone else?
Yes.
The Senators. They handed out inactivated $10 McDonald's cards at Fan Appreciation Day. How funny is that? Talk about bending over your fan base.
Yeah, but, because Ottawa doesn't ever sell out their crowds, they really didn't give away that many, right?
They still gave out several thousand ones that didn't work.
Well, it's McDonald's. They cater to everyone, though.
Yeah, but you can't use them. They won't work.
Yeah, that's why you complain at the front desk. And, the 12-year-old who works there is like, yeah, okay, here.
Yeah. I guess, yeah.
Actually, it's funny because I went to McDonald's today. I went through the drive-thru and I thought some chick was taking my order. Goes up, and it's just some fat dude. But he has a really high-pitched voice.
Good
It
for
was
him.
really funny.
He's working it out. Remember last week how we were talking how Ehrhoff retired?
Yeah.
Do you know that Sabres still owe him $8.57 million?
Yeah.
Annual payment of $857,000? That guy's making bank for years. You know what he can do while making all that money?
Watch the draft in HD when Buffalo's probably going to get the number 1 pick because they officially clinched last place today.
I was going to say fuck. But yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, let us go now and update people on who's doing what in the hockey world. Who's clinched, who's not clinched, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah. Today's also April 4th, people. And
April
coming
4th,
up,
the Wednesday.
coming out April 5th, we know.
So, we said last week, Boston, Tampa, Toronto's clinched, Washington's clinched, Metropolitan,
Yeah, my butt's clinched right now.
Pittsburgh's in, updated the eliminated on the East, Carolina, New York, Detroit, Montreal, Ottawa, and Buffalo. In the West, Nashville, Winnipeg, Minnesota, Vegas, San Jose, LA. No, LA is not. I lied. No, they did tonight.
Yeah.
They did tonight with a loss because my Blackhawks beat the St. Louis fuckers. Ha ha. So, yeah, it's pretty much all wrapped up. Dallas, Calgary, Chicago, Edmonton, Vancouver, and Arizona are eliminated.
Well, pretty much in the East, it's all depending
It's
on
coming
New
down-
Jersey and Florida.
Well, see, New Jersey or Philly can actually overtake Columbus for third in Metropolitan.
But, I mean, that's pretty much kind of...
Yeah, Columbus is basically
For the
guaranteed
most
in.
part, Florida kind of screwed the pooch by not winning enough games.
They have to win every one of their games, and
Hope for a
Philly-
lot of teams to lose.
hopefully Philly and or New Jersey
They
lose.
need so much help that I don't know if even we can
Yeah,
save
probably
them.
not. Also,
And in the West, it's just a matter of Colorado and St. Louis, really. That's pretty much the only one there.
yeah, Anaheim technically, no, I think they won their game, so yeah, I think they're in. So
Anaheim
yeah,
plays Minnesota as we speak, so...
Yeah,
But
yeah. So I think Colorado and St. Louis on that side. So that's that. Yeah. So that's funny for
one last thing in hockey. Sedins are announcing they're going to retire this year.
Yeah, we're talking sister action here on the sex episode.
Yeah.
Some Swedish sisters are retiring. Weird how they have to do it at the same time. They do everything. Do you think they take shits together? Do you think they fuck together? Like, they both do one wife and then they both do the other?
1 is 6, 1 is 9.
Well, no, one is double twos, one is double threes. But
Yeah.
3 times 3 is 6. No, 3
times-
times 3 is 9. They're that backwards. 3 times 3 is 9, and 3 times 2 is 6. Somehow we can work this into they equal 69.
Well, just think. If you take 22
Okay, I took 22.
and
Took 2 deuces.
you pretty much do, 2 times 3 is 6.
Yeah.
And then that 1, 2 just tells the other 3 to times itself again. So it's doing it twice. That's 9. So you get 6 and 9.
Vague and confusing because it's math, but sure, 69. Sadine's sisters are fucking each other's mouths. Good for them. Happy retirement.
Swedish style.
Yeah, happy retirement.
With a couple
got-
of meatballs.
A couple of those Swedish meatballs right in their mouth.
Yeah.
Right on.
Bag tagging themselves all the way to retirement.
Marshawn's not going to have as much money to pay for hookers.
That came out of nowhere, but I will go with it because
he cross-checked that guy in the face, so he's been fined $5,000, which is the maximum allowed.
Yeah, but he's getting paid like $6 million. He's fine.
Which is what I understand.
Boston chicks are cheap.
Why fine him? It's not going to do shit.
Well, especially with his history.
Exactly. You need to bend him over and just rock his world. Sex episode 69.
And that's what's a brewing.
Exactly.
Boom. Yeah.
On a serious note, Vegas retired number 58 for 58 shooting victims that were part of that shooting earlier this year. That's classy as fuck. I appreciate that. That's awesome. No sex references here because that's cool. Moving on.
Favorite 69 tweet is when Florida Panthers got Jaromir Jagr and Roberto Luongo put out 1 plus 69 always
68.
equals to a great time. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. No, it's completely different. Unless you're a female and you put it at 77, that's just gross. Because you get 8 more. Suter broke his leg.
Yeah, no.
That's not a good time.
He took the break a leg a little literally.
Yeah, that's a little much.
Yep.
Speedy recovery. There's a lot of people going down to injuries now this time of year. It seems like more than usual. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Well, you know, I mean, it's kind of the crunch time. That's a really bad way of saying it.
Especially talking about shit and sex. It's a thing.
Well, we just talked about somebody breaking their leg, and now it's crunch time. But, I mean, at the same time.
Crunch.
Playoffs are just around the corner. Everything gets a little bit more physical. Everything gets a little bit more demanding.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, everyone's kind of
dead,
hurt a little bit. They're playing through stuff, so...
Yeah, fair enough.
And then, you know, with the freak accidents, never take a day off.
True.
And then some people are just a bitch.
You bitch! Scott Foster. He's a local Chi-Town goalie legend.
Yeah.
Good for him. Stopped 7 of 7 shots. I think we should sign him. He's better than all our other goalies.
Nah. Oilers will offer sheet him. He'll be the new backup.
You're probably right. He could do your taxes. We could
See? You can see how fucking stupid Chiarelli's been doing.
Hooray.
Yay.
I guess we have nothing else to talk about except for wrestling. Is there anything going on coming up soon, wrestling-wise?
I don't know, but I do want to say one thing in baseball.
Go Blue Jays?
No, Stanton got booed after striking out 5 times in his Yankees debut. That's fantastic.
That is funny.
And then he crushed a home run in his very next at-bat after that game, so...
Also, go Blue Jays.
Go,
quit your
Bryce Harper.
Go
My boy!
Quit your bandwagon.
Killing her right now.
Bitch.
I didn't bandwagon.
Did we talk last week about seeing him doing Duke Nukem movie?
No.
Oh, well, apparently he signed up to do the Duke Nukem movie. I think he'll do very well.
You gonna go watch Blockers?
Fuck yeah, it looks like a great movie.
Isn't it out on Friday?
I think it's out already, to be honest. If not, it will be out this Friday.
We should go see it on Friday.
We should definitely go see it.
We're not telling you guys where because we don't want you guys to come.
We're going to go to the North one.
Yeah.
Cineplex North.
Yeah, in Calgary.
Sure.
Shaun Martens.
He's not in Calgary. Okay. Let's see. A couple updates on...
He's closer to Calgary than we are.
Yeah, that's true. A couple updates on inductors for the inductees of this year's Hall of Fame.
How did we not get Jimmy Hart for Hillbilly Jim?
I didn't know about it last week.
No, but I mean, like, we didn't even suggest that one. And that's, like, the most obvious one.
Because when you're too close to the fire, sometimes you can miss it.
Yeah, sometimes you just accidentally fart and make the fire bigger.
Exactly. Sometimes you die.
Whoops.
In a sexual fire. Passion.
Sexual.
Passion Party 669.
Sexy pyro.
Big Show is also inducting Mark Henry. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's all for that. Congrats to Miz and Asuka for winning the Mixed Match Challenge. Surprise, shocking if you haven't seen it. Don't really care, to be honest.
I've never watched a single matchup.
I've watched a couple. Let's see. Yeah, whatever. Also, another congrats go out to Maria and Mike Kanellis on their baby, Frederica Moon Bennett. You heard me. Their baby's name is Freddie Moon. And it's a girl. She's going to be a stripper. Which leads us back to 69 and sex. Well, not until she's 18. We don't condone until she's 18.
When you say tomato, I say I need to hit the cash machine.
Yes, as long as it's consensual and she's 18.
And if it's not consensual, just make sure she's 18.
Exactly.
So
wait, what? We here at Sounds of Struggle podcast do not condone rape in any way, shape, or form. Except for Chris Parrish.
Just make sure they're 18.
Yeah, as long as they're 18.
I'm just saying, if you're going to get one X, you don't want to get two X's when one could have been prevented. Just saying.
I don't know what you're talking about X-wise, but sure!
Well, X represents a mistake.
X marks the spot, doesn't it?
In this case, just make sure X is 18.
Gotcha.
Or higher.
Yeah, fair enough. We're talking last week a little bit about Bullet Club, maybe getting a new logo.
No.
Yeah, I think it's just a Cody Rhodes shirt, but I like it.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good.
Now, do you think Cody Rhodes is going to get kicked out of Bullet Club?
I think he's going to divide the Bullet Club in half. I think we're going to have an NWO situation where it'll be Bullet Club Cody versus, like, Bullet Club Elite.
Do you think there'll be maybe Nightmare Club?
Could be. Could span off into, like, the Villain Club as well, and the Young Club.
Didn't he not tell Marty Scurll he needs to
start doing his own
thing?
Yeah, he did say that.
And then he's telling each of the Young Bucks about a singles.
Yeah. He's almost like he's trying to destroy it, which is interesting. I'm curious to see where they're going. Granted, this is on being the Elite, but what they do on that is they kind of play out with storylines that are going on in the wrestling, so it's interesting to see where they're going.
And the Young Bucks have said on a podcast, I believe it was Colt Cabana's, that they know exactly what they're doing, like a good time ahead of this show. So clearly there's something bigger at hand. My thing is, do we not see maybe the end of the Bullet Club and the beginning of something else? In the sense of maybe we see a couple guys in the Bullet Club maybe move on from the Bullet Club.
I'm thinking more of the Bullet Club will not end. It's too big in Japan. I think the North Americans will leave the Bullet Club, maybe. I think it becomes more exclusive to Japan again. And the Bullet Club will become less of a thing over here. Potentially.
Because, I'm not going to lie, does Young Bucks to WWE not make a lot of sense now? More so than any other time.
Yeah, no, it's a good point, but I don't know if they would now or opposed to maybe next year with Omega, the three of them jump.
But wouldn't that be not more of the surprise, though?
Possibly.
Like, wouldn't you not want to have the surprise divided?
Now, the only downside would be...
Because what happens if you had Finn Balor, Gallows Anderson, AJ Styles, and then now you have the Young Bucks? That could be something, and then all of a sudden Kenny Omega comes in, and then now there's...
Oh, it's very, very true.
A division.
Who knows? It's possible. My fear would be that they get put in that 205 Live tag division, which I think they're... very least, they should start out in NXT because they do some great stuff down there.
See, and that's one of the things is, though, with their popularity and their ability to sell merchandise, it's their main roster right off the bat.
Oh, yeah.
I think if anybody goes straight to 205 Live, if they're signing with WWE, it's probably Marty Scurll.
Maybe.
I think Hangman would go to NXT.
I think personally, all of them, with maybe the exception of Hangman, are honestly all too big not to go to main roster. To be perfectly honest.
Well, I think the way WWE may see the guys, Hangman might actually have the better shot of being main roster just because of his size.
No, that's true. But I think overall, I think their namesake, they'd be...
But also Marty Scurll very well could be part of that UK division as well.
That's very true. He could definitely take it over. That'd be sweet.
And that could be something there.
Come in as Marty Party?
Just
Party
bring the
Marty?
Phil Club to WWE.
That'd be sweet.
Also, what do you think about Will Ospreay getting hurt at the last show, not saying he's probably not going to make any of his WrestleMania weekend bookings?
What happened there? So I saw him bleeding and all. I didn't see what happened.
Pretty much, well, because he had his match with Marty Scurll.
Yeah.
And that was kind of my transition. But he went to do a running Spanish fly on the apron.
Yeah.
And then as he was flipping back, he landed on his head instead of landing on the ground like Marty Scurll and he was supposed to. So, yeah, that's pretty much where I think the injury was. Like, I didn't see the show, but I did see that little clip.
That would do it. I mean, that's a sensitivity hit, so.
And this was coming off right after he suggested him against Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
And challenged him. So, I mean, we don't know if we're going to get Rey Mysterio and Jushin Liger. Now, I don't even know if we're going to get Will Ospreay and Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Will Ospreay and Rey Mysterio's happened once before, but it was a good match, too. But either way, that's...
But not in New Japan.
Not in New Japan,
So,
right,
and this is kind of the thing now. New Japan seems to be getting these, like, monster matchups, and we don't know if they're going to happen for the time being now.
Yeah.
With Ray tearing his bicep, and then who opted not to have surgery.
Weird. It's very weird.
So I wonder if that's a smart call for him, especially at his age. Because he's in his 40s now, isn't he not?
I think he is 40.
Yeah. And then you have Will Ospreay getting hurt now, and he's kind of, pushing his prime now.
Yeah, he's not... I wouldn't say he's old yet. I don't think he's in his 30s yet.
No, but he's pushing the prime of his career, where
Yeah.
one or two injuries really can set you back.
True. Well, staying with the injury aspect, Cody also got injured recently.
Yeah, but not serious.
It's a nice little gash over his eye.
Yeah, it's nothing a stitch won't fix.
That's true.
Or 12.
That is very true. But Disco Inferno, he thinks otherwise.
Yeah, does anybody truly care about Disco Inferno?
No. I do care that Cody just shut him the fuck up. That was funny as hell.
See, now isn't it ironic that you burned an Inferno?
Yeah, no more disco. Disco music is dead.
And does he have a disco fever because he couldn't keep?
Because he got burned. Yes, fantastic.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of funny references that you can make.
I agree. But to quickly go back to your thing about Ospreay not making this weekend's shows, there's did you hear about the whole the lashback of backlash, outlash, lashback, backflash, flash and pan, all that bullshit? Louisiana State Athletic Commission, has banned several moves, which are kind of surprising. That minus WWE and Ring of Honor, who are deemed to be major players, I guess you call them. Anyone else is not allowed to do them unless they get direct permission from the Louisiana State Athletic Commission. Moves like any sort of powerbomb, any sort of moonsault, any sort of shooting star press, 450 splash, or any move off the top rope involving a wrestler leaping or flipping to contact his opponent's neck or head with any part of their body. Any sort of stun gun or hot shot, or anything like that involves opponent's head being dragged, draped, or clotheslined across the rope. Any strike to the opponent's head with any sort of object, i.e. chairs, trash cans, etc. Wrestlers being shoved, forced, or thrown over the top rope. That's a lot of things that they suddenly can't do unless they get permission. Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of them have enough name stay that they could probably just be like, hey, can I do this? And they'll most likely get the permission.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of working relationships just to get through this.
But still, if you're just average Joe Blow on that weekend, you're basically going to have to actually wrestle.
Ooh. Oh my god, what would people do if they actually had to wrestle?
That's what makes me a little nervous.
Maybe they'll just have a lot of submission matches.
It'd be sweet. Yeah. I mean, it worked for Bret Hart and Stone Cold.
Yeah, that's what I'm referencing.
Referenduming?
No.
Oh, look, it's the Kappas.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll find some shit.
They could get into some shit. What you looking at there, pig?
Huh. We ain't got no bacon or donuts.
I wish we had some bacon.
Sweet! And some donuts, actually.
Oh, shit, he stopped. Oh, no, he's going again. Whew, we're good.
We're in a parking lot. Of course he's going to drive slow and suddenly stop.
Do you hear that Mojo stiffed some fans after promising tickets?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Premise was he worked it for free at a gym, and he promised them some tickets at will call, and then I guess he just didn't leave the tickets. I think that's funny as shit. Even though I don't like the guy, still funny.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new North American title which will debut on Saturday?
I actually don't like it.
I was just about to say, it's okay, I guess. I don't know. I have to see. It was only brief. You don't get to see, like,
I'll only say this. I'm just not a fan of circle main plates.
Like the tag titles?
Yeah, I hate the tag titles.
I don't know. I think with the North American, like what they did with the UK title, how good that looks, I feel like they dropped the ball.
Well, I just look at all the other NXT titles, and I'm like, man, this just feels like it doesn't belong, especially with the red strap. It just, to me, just makes no sense. I mean, hey, at least it's gold.
Yeah.
But I just don't understand why it has to look so different from the other NXT titles. I can understand the design. It's a lot more...
It literally is North America. I get that.
But it's a lot more of the symbolic and, like, more of a homage to the history of other North American titles.
I guess, yeah.
But I just, to me, I just don't understand the whole...
What about taking, like, some sort of...
What's so wrong with the black strap and gold plates, man?
Like, throwback to, like, a winged eagle of some sort. Or the old 96 belt or title. Sorry, 96 title. Well, I feel like there's more they could have done with the design and made it look... To me, it looks like it should be the secondary title on 205 Live.
What?
Where I'm just like, eh.
Well, and that's the thing. Have you seen... Like, I showed you the design of what the Cruiserweight Tag title apparent is. And the design is, like, different. It's nice. It's just, other than the stupid purple strap, it's...
Yep.
It's alright. It's a little bit of alright.
It's a little bit of alright.
But, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the silver plates. I'm not a fan of the different color straps. Hell, I want the Intercontinental to go back to a black strap. I just don't think there's anything wrong with black straps and gold plates.
Agreed. But now WWE has heard us talking about this. They're probably going to make the Intercontinental a red strap because it's on Raw. But if it goes to SmackDown, it'll be blue. But the baby blue.
Hell, I like the gold strap that Goldust had better than...
Or the yellow strap that Warrior had?
Well, he wasn't the only one with the yellow one. Shawn Michaels also had it too.
Yeah, whatever. Point is...
I think Shawn Michaels also was the first one to bring in the white strap. Might be wrong on that one. But,
could be. I don't know.
But he also rocked a few different straps. Color straps when he was the Intercontinental Champion back in the 90s.
I can promise you all the straps Take Struggle are going after or trying to get or had, they're all black. Traditional.
Except for the Renegade tape titles. They're like brown.
They always seem black to me. I don't know why.
Well, the old ones were, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. Ones yeah, you're right. They're like a brownish, grayish. Point is, we made black look good. We make black.
My
look
CNWA
good.
provincial title is silver though, but it's
strap.
No, the plate though.
Oh, the plate's fine. See, silver plate I'm okay with, as long as the strap is black. Something that just about a black strap just looks good. Makes any color look good.
Well, it's the leather, right? Black leather it just cracks on other colors in the leather look bad, but on black it's fine.
And you know what? It looks super good when you have a mask with a gag in it and you're using it in your sex swing because it's episode 69 and we're fucking.
I'm not allowed to do that. Wife's a jerk.
Have you ever asked her?
Oh, yeah.
To put her in a sex swing?
No, just wear the strap.
Oh. I'm talking about a sex swing.
Oh, yeah, no.
Little Karma Sutra, if you will. And with Karma Sutra in the bag, let's talk Takeover and Mania.
I'd ask for Kama Sutra and I'll get Kama Mustafa.
Well, on Kama Mustafa, let's talk Takeover and Mania.
Yeah. New Orleans Takeover. This Saturday, April 7th. Live on the WWE Network.
If you're not privileged enough to come watch us kick some ass at MPW Eliminator, watch that instead. I guess.
See, the funny thing is I'm reffing the Eliminator match.
As well?
Apparently. Oh, dude, doing double duty is nothing new to me.
Duty. You said duty.
Yeah.
That's a sex thing for some weird people.
Yeah, it's a poo reference, too.
I
But I think it'd be funny if I'm just, like Irish was, GoProing or Facebook Living during your match with Core at the bar show. What happens if I just watch Takeover during that match?
That would be really funny.
Right?
You should.
Yeah. So.
Anyways, you have a list of these matches, correct?
I do.
What is the first match on the docket for Takeover?
Well, they have 5 matches. I can only assume 4 of them are title matches. So I'm wondering, now that they have this 4th title in the NXT North American title, if we might see more than 5 matches per Takeover, because that just means 1 match isn't a title match.
Yeah.
So maybe we might get 6 moving forward.
I almost hope not, because I think with this whole what they've built up and how they do pay-per-views and their equation of how they make this work, I think works perfectly, and I don't think they should change that. I don't think they should mess with that. I fear change. I don't want it.
I don't think a 6 match will be the worst. I just hope they don't change from their 2 hours.
Yeah.
So, with that said, the non-title match on NXT TakeOver New Orleans is the unsanctioned match between Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Stipulation being, if Gargano wins, he is reinstated into NXT. If he loses, he is banned from NXT.
I'm going to say Gargano's been there for a while. Ciampa's been hurt. I think this is Ciampa's coming out party, sexually and otherwise.
I personally don't understand, with Ciampa turning, then getting hurt, and then this thing becoming a big angle and a thing on NXT, why he loses. I don't see, like with Gargano, he leaves NXT, he can go to 205, he goes to the main roster, he has something. But if Ciampa loses, what does he do next?
He fights Gargano more because Gargano will still be there.
Yeah. And that, I don't know if it's really the best thing. I mean, we look on how the Kevin Owens-Sami Zayn feud became on TV, and the worst thing they did on TV was oversaturated.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if that's something you try to prevent on NXT. You have Ciampa win. You have him becoming a player and a top heel on NXT. Have Johnny Gargano maybe move to the 205 or perhaps a SmackDown or somewhere where he can thrive as being a babyface somewhere else, becoming a face of maybe the 205 division. And then you can have Tommaso Ciampa become, that main player on NXT moving forward.
Yep, I like it. I have a thought about where he could end up later, but we'll get into that later.
Oh, no, divulge.
No, it doesn't work right now. We gotta get into it later.
Just divulge.
He is the mystery tag partner for Braun Strowman. Pop! Say what you want. That would make you smile.
Another thing, too, I think it's important, too, is not to have Gargano and LeRae together at all in NXT. I think it's more important to actually split them up now so you can actually push Candice LeRae in a position where it's not always associated with Gargano.
And then do a love angle where she ends up getting with Ciampa, and then Gargano comes back, and then he gets arrested, and then they have a live sex scene right in the ring and make it really fucking weird for home life.
Perhaps they go 69.
Maybe they will.
Yeah. So then we'll go on to the NXT tag title.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all because they lied to us.
Card subject to change.
Yeah, that's true. This is a prime example. All I'm saying is, weeks ago, they were like, hey, the finals will take place during Takeover. Psych! No, it's not.
Yeah. So on tonight's NXT episode, we saw the finals of the Dusty Rhodes Classic between the Authors in Pain, Pete Dunne, and Roderick Strong. And that it ended up in a double disqualification because Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole
baby
beat them all up.
Which I didn't know. Apparently, Bobby Fish is actually out injured because he had surgery on his knee.
Yes.
That sucks.
And they actually didn't announce that until this past weekend because it happened during the tapings of these shows. But because had they put it out there, then they would have changed the whole aspect of the show, so they waited until this. So he's actually about a month in onto the surgery, so he's probably not as far away from returning as, people would think. But
what, needs on average 4 to 6 months roughly?
Yeah, 4 to 6 weeks maybe. It depends. I don't know the details on how serious any injury was. If it was just
maybe just like reattaching cartilage or cleaning up cartilage, whatever the case is.
So what William Regal ended up doing was then making the NXT tag title match at TakeOver a triple threat match, because it's now not just for the tag titles, it's now for the winners of the Dusty Rhodes Classic. So we're now seeing Authors in Pain against Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong, and the team of the Undisputed Era, which can either be Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole,
baby,
or just Kyle O'Reilly
without Adam Cole,
baby, because Adam Cole,
baby,
was given 3 options. 1 was do both. 2 was let Kyle O'Reilly fend for himself in the tag title match, or 3 pull out of the ladder match and do that, the tag title match. So
naturally, Adam Cole,
baby,
ends up doing both,
and that's a little bit of all right.
That is, seeing him twice is a little bit of all right.
Yeah. So good. We should say his name one more time.
Adam
Cole!
Bay! Yeah. We're harmonizing the shit.
So, I strongly believe Authors in Pain are moving up to the main roster after.
So they're not winning.
So, it would be a good swerve.
It would.
But I just don't think it's likely.
I think, honestly, Undisputed Era retains.
I do believe that it's a possibility that Kyle O'Reilly might actually do this by himself.
Think so?
I would not put it out of the realm that he does it by himself, but gets help from the leader, Adam Cole.
Baby!
Or they introduce a 4th member.
Interesting. Donovan Dijak? Who?
I don't know. I'm just saying it's
Triple
out there.
H?
Just saying it's out there. There could be a 4th. It wouldn't be surprising, because the whole angle was William Regal said he gave props to Undisputed Era for interfering, saying they're smart, thinking that if there's no winner, there's no tag title match. However, they're not smart enough, because he's going to make the Dusty Rhodes Classic and the tag title match one and the same, and a triple threat takeover. Adam Cole,
baby,
said they'll figure something out after giving those 3 options. So, I don't think it's out of the realm to think that either 3 option, which is O'Reilly and Cole,
baby,
does the tag match, or if Kyle O'Reilly does it alone and gets help from Adam Cole,
baby,
or Adam Cole,
baby,
introduces a 4th member to the Undisputed Era.
baby.
So,
a lot of babies. I feel like I'm coming. I say baby so much, I feel like I'm coming.
then you might end up having a baby.
Baby.
But with this whole emphasis around Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong possibly having another match for the UK title,
baby,
it makes a lot of sense in my eyes that Undisputed Era retains the title in some way, shape, or form. And I'm going to pick Undisputed Era to retain the tag team
I
titles.
agree to that, baby.
Yeah. So that brings us up
To speed
Even
for the
though-
next match.
even though we're quite excited already.
Baby.
Excited,
yeah,
get it?
yeah.
Being up, yeah?
Yeah.
Boner joke.
Penis!
So this brings us to the women's title match.
Penis.
Between the champion Ember Moon and the challenger Shayna Baszler. I do not see Shayna Baszler losing 2 times in a
You
row.
do not?
I do not.
I
do not.
You know what? I can't really see it either. It could happen, but I doubt it.
If they're going to continue the storyline, Shayna Baszler winning the title now
Yeah, that's true.
continues the storyline. If Ember Moon beats her twice in a row, to me this kills that storyline.
Does this maybe set up for Ember Moon coming up?
Ember Moon, if she loses this, they could do one or two things. They could bring her up, or they could have her feud with somebody else. Or they can even continue this on. If Shayna Baszler wins this, it gives her matches against Kairi Sane, gives her matches against Nikki Cross, it gives her matches possibly against Candice LeRae.
Yeah.
So there's options for having a heel champion opposed to a babyface champion.
Very true. And Ember Moon's been down there for a while. I mean, she could be posed to come up. Maybe she's the one who breaks Asuka Street, which we'll get into.
Well, they're also talking about the iconic duo being moved up after Mania.
Might as well. You know, Billy Cage got a tit job.
Both of them did.
Baby.
2 + 2 is 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... and this... So, Mick, what do you think with the women's title?
I gotta agree with it. We talked about this before, and I agree with almost every match you decided when you showed me that.
Right.
I can't see them having Baszler lose again, because then, A, what does she do? B, where does she go from there? And C, who believes her?
Well,
she's gonna be a monster to everyone, but Ember Moon always beats her?
the only way I could actually see her losing is if she gets herself DQ'd, but I just don't see the point.
Yeah.
So, yeah, with that, I'm taking Baszler over, winning the title.
Baby.
Plus, I just don't think Ember Moon as champion has been
It's
good
been
and
lackluster, to be honest.
It's also following Asuka and her
523
retarded
day
streak of being champion, but at the same time, I think you need to take things into a different direction, and I think Saturday's a great time.
Agreed. Especially if it's a heavyweight title and MPW towards me.
So,
Baby.
moving on. I'm kind of actually torn if this is going to be the main event or not. So I'm going to assume the North American 6-way ladder match is going to be the semi-main event.
Either that or open it. It'd be a big old open. Big old hot, steamy open.
You know what?
All over the crowd's face.
I'm actually going to agree with you, because possibly this unsanctioned match could also...
I think it might go on after everything.
Because if I'm going to make the prediction, if the unsanctioned match is the main event, Johnny Gargano will lose.
If it's not, he'll still lose.
So anyway, the North American title match is a 6-way ladder match, and it features the wrestling debuts of Ricochet,
Rick O'Shea.
EC3,
Woo! The top 1%.
and then we have Killian Dane,
Okay.
Lars Sullivan,
Okay.
the Velveteen Dream,
I'm excited for this.
and Adam Cole!
Baby!
Yeah, you thought you were finished with that.
No way, baby!
I see 4 out of these 6 people as strong possibilities.
Honestly, nothing against him. I don't see any way that Lars Sullivan or Killian Dane win.
No.
I just don't. They're big guys. They're doing their own thing. I think they get sidetracked in their own thing.
Especially if we get a change of scenery with the NXT championship going to a babyface, we could see a Lars Sullivan or a Killian Dane then vying for that.
Because, I mean, if you look at it, with this one taken out, women's title, we change. Tag title. Well, that one stays the same at least. And the NXT title we'll get to in a minute. Shocker, changes. So you really don't want to change every damn title.
Well, the thing is with this, you're not changing it. You're just establishing.
True, but it's a new person with a new title.
But also Undisputed Era retaining.
Kind of new though.
Kind of. Still retain.
I'm gonna say, if they do bring someone new in, Adam Cole,
baby,
ends up winning the North American title.
See, I wouldn't be surprised with this. But something tells me Velveteen Dream could be poised. And it could make things very interesting on NXT if Velveteen Dream has a prize. And that could give other people opportunity to go elsewhere. So if Adam Cole is to go into the tag team, he can focus on tag team with Kyle O'Reilly. That would then open up the possibility of having someone other than him win this North American title.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be... See, I think Ricochet is going to steal the match with his acrobatics, but I see him as the 4 that I've pegged as possibilities as the least likely, because I see more value in having EC3 as champion than Ricochet right now.
Yeah.
So for now, I think I'm going to stay with Cole.
Baby!
But also, I'm going to point out that Velveteen Dream, I think, is a very strong possibility as well.
Yeah,
it all depends on how long Bobby Fish is out in my eyes, and if they actually do put in a 4th member.
I'll be completely honest, this match excites the shit out of me. Literally, I'm pooping my pants.
Yeah. So that is going to bring us up to the NXT Championship match.
You know who this doesn't have? Adam Cole.
Baby.
Yeah.
But it does have the man that beat him at the last Takeover in Aleister Black.
Bay?
No.
Huh.
Against Andrade Cien Almas. I actually nailed the name.
Almas.
I do believe
Andrade Cien all ass.
I really hope that if Cien Almas does get called up after Mania, that Selena Vega goes with him.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
Because I think together what they're doing works. Bring that dynamic up. Don't split it up. Bring it both up. So if he goes up, it makes a lot of sense for Aleister Black to win the title.
Yep.
But with a potentially returning Drew McIntyre, I can see Cien Almas finding a way to retain it.
I think, honestly, Black wins this one. They have a little thing. And Drew McIntyre comes back. There's a little 3-way thing.
So I don't know. I just don't think Andrade Cien Almas stays with NXT very long after this if he doesn't retain the title.
Which I think would be okay.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we just...
we need someone else to come up and bury Perfect 10.
What I was also going to get to, we also saw Bobby Roode and Shinsuke Nakamura. I mean, more so Bobby Roode, but he didn't debut the week after Mania. Nope. It was a couple weeks after.
Yep.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be, but yeah, it was pretty imminent though. So I'm going to pick Aleister Black.
I will agree with that.
And that's pretty much going to take us to the end of the NXT TakeOver New Orleans.
All right, we'll see you next week where we'll tell you how everything went. Yeah. Oh, wait, we're not done yet. Sorry.
Yeah. Now we got Wrestlemania and the plethora of matches they have.
Plethora.
Let's just start with the rumored one that's not even there yet, and that is John Cena against The Undertaker.
Undead.
Yeah. So, if this match is going to happen, I'm going to pick Undertaker.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see the point of Undertaker losing again unless he's actually done. And I think there's too much of a possibility of having him do just the Mania matches. So, John Cena also doesn't need the victory here.
No. I'm predicting that he comes out, calls out the Undertaker one more time. Jason Jordan's going to hit the ring. Because that would be funny as fuck. Surprise, cockfags!
Or maybe we see the resurrection
of Jude Dawkins.
No.
Oh, okay.
I buried him last weekend.
He's dead anyway. By the way, congratulations on retaining.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
A little bit of alright.
Good.
I mean, my shoulder hurts, but that's because that CWC title weighs a ton!
Yes.
Yeah, you get it? Yeah. Yeah. Enough about me. On to WrestleMania.
I guess.
Alright, and they did announce the kickoff, which is the Women's Battle Royal, the Andre, the Giant Battle Royal, and the Cruiserweight title match between Mustafa Ali and Cedric Alexander.
Okay, I'm going to say...
There's participants already announced, but there's too many to name, so we're just...
I'm going to say... Andre the Giant is going to be... You brought up a good name, so I'll let you say that one.
Yeah.
But if it's not that guy, which I like, I'm going to say it'll be... maybe a Matt Hardy? Maybe a surprise return of...
See, I think with him getting medically cleared to return, I think Big Cass could come back and win this.
Which I do like. I really do like that.
If he is not...
Big Cass, named for his huge penis.
I'm just trying to think. Mojo won it last year to everyone's displeasure. He was a babyface then, so I'm thinking a heel might win it this year.
Let's see. First year ever was Cesaro.
You know, what about the Revival becoming the first tag team to win it?
I would love it!
So, just for the sake of argument,
I say Revival.
if Big Cass is not in there, I want to see the Revival win it.
I would love that.
Just because I honestly don't understand. They could use that and take it to the next level.
They absolutely could. They used winning the NXT title twice. They still use that.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at people that could use this and actually use it as a platform to go to the next level.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my prediction for that. For the Cruiserweight title match, I do expect this to be a good match.
It's going to be very back and forth. I think, honestly, I'm going to steal the name because I agree with it. I think Alexander...
Yeah, I think they were primed to put the title on Alexander.
Alexander.
Yeah, on Cedric Alexander when Enzo Amore was still with the company and
Who's that?
champion. The guy that has the sauce, I guess.
He's the reason why you have to get consent.
Yeah. So,
learn here first, kids. Consent before dissent. And dissent meaning going down and doing your dirty work on their dirty business.
I think this is WWE just staying true to that, and then I think Cedric Alexander is going to get the win here.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think they've been primed for a while to give that to him. And you know what? Cool. Right on.
And that brings us to the Women's Battle Royal, where the winner gets a vagina-shaped trophy.
Really?
Have you not seen the design?
No, I have not.
Oh, it looks pretty much identical to when you go to the doctors and they have the diagram of the vagina.
Labias and all, eh?
Yeah, it's
cool.
You should really search it up right now.
I will, while you give explanations and who do you think is going to win.
I think this match is honestly going to come down between either Sasha Banks and Bayley, or we're going to see that as the focal point of this, and one of them is going to win. I do think Sasha Banks will get it. She tends to get those types of, whether it's like the first of, or it's the, those big wins over Bayley. So I'm going to pick Sasha Banks, as she was the first woman into the first Women's Royal Rumble. She was in the first, Hell in a Cell.
I mean, it looks...
She was in the first Women's Triple Threat Championship match when they brought out the...
Women's Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, so...
I'm going to say it looks more like if you look at a side view or like the outline of women's reproductive system, maybe a little bit.
Mm.
But, I mean, it doesn't look that bad.
It's just funny of all the designs they can make. That's
yeah.
Like,
yeah. I would honestly say it wouldn't shock me at all if Bayley and or Sasha won this. I mean, who else do you put it on? Who else is strong enough? I mean, maybe Becky?
Yeah, Becky's a good one. I wouldn't be surprised if Carmella pulls one out, though. If they do want to
She cashes in and wins?
if they wanted to do something with her later on in the card, which we'll get to, it would make sense.
I guess. I'd say no to that, though. I think she's gonna be early eliminated in this match, to be honest.
Yeah.
What I feel. I mean, you can make an argument for a bunch of the ladies in this match, but really, I just don't see anyone other than Bayley or Sasha winning it.
I mean, Becky does make sense.
Becky may be a third, but other than that, like, who else?
Yeah.
Lana? Natalia? Yeah.
Unless you have somebody making their debut.
Ember Moon? Maybe.
Someone.
Yeah, you never know. Bianca Belair.
Yeah. Alright, now we get to the main card. So what match do you think opens WrestleMania for the main card?
I'm gonna go with either Raw Tag Team or Intercontinental.
See, I was looking at the Intercontinental, but at the same time, there's 4 tag team matches?
Well, there's the 2, one for each title, and mixed.
Yeah, there's one on Raw, there's one on SmackDown.
There's the mixed one,
and then you have the 2 title matches. So yeah, there's 4 tag team matches.
Who else is there? There's the Raw Tag Team. There's the SmackDown Tag Team. There's the
mixed tag team, and then you have the SmackDown with Owens and Zayn.
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess right.
So
maybe that one opens.
I don't see Daniel Bryan opening up WrestleMania.
He did last time he was at Mania.
He also closed it.
No.
Well, sorry, but yeah, but that also wasn't his big match return, though.
That's true.
So I'm gonna.
So he'll be the headline.
Let's agree that it's probably the Intercontinental.
Sure, let's go Intercontinental. Finn Balor.
Yep, I had Finn Balor as well. Only because I do think Seth Rollins is poised to move to the SmackDown.
I personally want Finn Balor to win because I guarantee there will be at least a single tear from Mrs. Meniac. And I mean legit tear.
But also part of me does think that The Miz could retain.
You think so?
They are pushing the whole, I'm about to become the longest Intercontinental Champion, which means it's going to be the most days spent as Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
So
I think, honestly, that happens down the road, and I think they bring Jericho back for that. I think Miz makes a big push later on, some point down the line, and Jericho's like, you're not tying me. I'm not going to let you do this. And then there becomes a thing for that.
Well, I mean, Jericho has it the most amount of times.
Which I think I still think.
But the record for Miz is most days as champion, which is not the record that Jericho has.
No, I know, but still, if Miz loses it and gets it back once more, he'll tie Jericho's record.
Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know. Like, I do peg Finn Balor to win. I do think they're going to do something like a change here. WrestleMania is always one of those wild cards where you can't really knock down a possibility because
it's Mania. They can do whatever the hell they
want.
We
saw Zack Ryder win the Intercontinental title one year. Nobody saw that coming.
Very true. We didn't even see him in it originally if it wasn't for Neville getting hurt.
Yeah. So yeah, but we're both going to take Finn Balor.
Oh yeah.
So could also be the Demon making his WrestleMania debut.
You bet your ass it's the Demon. Yeah. I guarantee it's going to be the Demon. That's why he's going to win.
So,
demonic motherfucker.
Yeah, and then we, I do think the second match will be a tag match of some sort.
Throw out there just any of them.
I'm going to go with the SmackDown tag team, but just because the other tag teams kind of are at a bigger stake.
Sure.
Whereas Braun Strowman has a mystery partner, that is a bigger...
It's going to be a Gargano.
Mm-hmm.
And or maybe Big Cass.
And then we have Angle and Ronda Rousey, and then we also have Daniel Bryan's return. So we have a debut, a return, and a mystery, and I think that's a bigger thing than a triple threat.
Fair enough.
So I do think the Usos against the New Day, against the Bludgeon Brothers,
I think Bludgeon Brothers get it done.
Me as well. I do think the New Day will be the team to eventually take it off them.
I think the New Day will be the ones taking the pin here, too.
I wouldn't be surprised if Bludgeon Brothers... Oh, you know what? My idea. One Bludgeon Brother pins one member of the Usos, another one pins a member of the New Day at the same time.
Definitive victory.
Maybe it's the two that didn't get hurt. So it's Big E and I think it was Jey Uso.
Sure.
The ones that actually tagged a couple weeks ago on SmackDown.
Sure. Have it that way.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're both in agreement. Bludgeon Brothers will become tag champions. Then match 3, the way I have it wrote down, is actually the 4-way for the SmackDown's United States Championship.
This can go one of two ways in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Either Rude reclaiming it, or it will be Rusev Day at Mania.
See, I think it's more likely to see Randy Orton retain it than Bobby Roode winning.
Okay.
But I do...
I mean, you're wrong, but okay.
I do like the idea of Rusev possibly winning it, only because I think just the simple addition of him into this 4-way match, I think this is telling you that the WWE is looking at, okay, Rusev Day is a big thing. Let's capitalize on this now. Let's capitalize Rusev Day at Mania. So Rusev Mania could be let's make this a thing. Maybe we'll have new T-shirts and we'll sell a lot.
Yeah.
But
and you know what?
And how much do you think Vince McMahon wants to see Rusev Day in the red, white, and blue as United States champion?
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. And then it can go forward. It can be Rusev versus Mahal, and it can be Rude versus Orton, and there you go.
And that's the thing. I do think you're going to have these two matches separately on SmackDown. I don't think Orton Rude needs the U.S. title. I just think you need one of them to turn.
I think, honestly, Rude turns at this.
Yeah. But Randy Orton has publicly stated he wants to get away from this babyface crap.
Yeah, but he's so over. Yeah. Shut up, Orton. You suck as a human being.
He is a better heel than babyface.
I'll agree to that.
Yeah. And that's probably...
So is Rude, though.
Yeah. But, I mean, if we're going to go with WWE here, I mean, it's a fresher matchup is Bobby Roode as a heel. But with that being said, we can do Jinder Mahal, Rusev afterwards. I actually wouldn't be surprised if Mahal escapes with the title here.
You think so?
Hey, did you see him winning the WWE Championship?
Not once. That happened?
Yeah. So it's not the worst thing out there, but based on what we both want, Rusev is the United States champion.
Okay.
Coming out of WrestleMania.
I like it.
So now I think we'll get our first women's match of the night, and I think it'll be Alexa Bliss against Nia Jax.
And here's what I think happens. After all the bullying, after all the bullshit, I think it's going to come down to Alexa Bliss dropping the title to a face Nia Jax.
Me as well.
Yeah.
I just think it's time for Alexa Bliss to drop the title.
She's had it for a moment.
She's had it for a while now.
She's had it for a hot minute.
Well, horny hour.
She's had it for a horny hour. Here on episode 69 of The Sounds of Sex. I mean struggle. Well, struggle sex.
Sex of struggle.
The sex of struggle. The struggles of sex.
Sexy struggles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... And this would allow, Nia then to face, like, a Mickey.
Hey, Mickey, you're so fun. It's all your
I also wouldn't put out there that Alexa Bliss might go back to SmackDown when this shakeup comes.
Maybe.
I wouldn't throw that out.
You think Asuka keeps going back and forth?
I never liked that to begin with.
No, I didn't.
I get it. She's technically not a member of SmackDown yet.
But, why?
Because she's a Raw superstar.
No, I get that, but why are you doing this? If she challenges Charlotte, instantly SmackDown.
I think it's because she's only a member of SmackDown when she's the champion. To me, this actually is a logical explanation. She's a Raw superstar that has the ability to go to SmackDown because of this clause.
You think she's going to keep showing up on Raw after she wins the title?
I think if she wins the title, she's no longer a Raw superstar.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah, that's what I think. So we're both taking Nia Jax to win the championship here.
She's not like most girls.
Yeah. Because she'll be one or two that has a championship. Boom.
Exactly.
Yep. And then here I'm going to go with the Raw tag team title.
Braun and Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
That's who's winning.
The rumor is Big Show. I wouldn't be surprised if Big Cass is this mystery.
That'd be okay. That'd be a scary fucking team.
I wouldn't be surprised if James Ellsworth is back.
As much as I'd hate that, at the same time I kind of love it because he'd get his ass kicked and then Braun would win the match.
What happens if Ellsworth comes out dressed as Braun Strowman?
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with it for like a good solid month, and then after that, get rid of him.
But there's also the likelihood that Samoa Joe could be back.
That's my favorite of what you said so far. Samoa Joe and Braun Strowman would be terrifying as a tag team. And they could rule over the tag division for a time.
What happens if it's like one of the big men from NXT, like a Killian Dane, or Lars Sullivan could...
He's pretty new, though.
Yeah. But, I mean, what happens if it's a big guy that we don't know yet? Or maybe he just brings up War Machine and then has a group with them.
That'd be terrifying.
Right. So I don't know.
Bray Wyatt?
Part of me also thinks he just does this by himself. Even though I think they said that he has to have
a partner.
So,
he just grabs a kid from the crowd, puts him on the apron, stay.
What do you think about Braun Strowman on Raw?
They should tag more. Those guys are awesome. I didn't know he had a twin brother.
Clearly, his twin brother looks a lot like Bully Ray.
Kind of does.
Right. But either way, do you think Strowman and mystery opponent will win the tag titles?
Absolutely. They've kept Strowman without a title and kind of, I won't say quote down end quote enough. He'll get a win at Mania.
Oh yeah. Unless he just brings in like a local talent as his partner, wins it, beats up local talent, and then just takes both titles and walks away.
And I'm the tag team champion?
And he's like, what there? I had a partner. I don't anymore. He's out.
You imagine that? Every town they go to, they grab a local guy to be the champion with them? That'd be awesome.
So I just came up with an idea. Just saying.
Call you boys Tag Struggle. We'll do a job.
Yep.
Hell, I'm willing to get beat up.
So yeah, and here now is where I then... I mean, if Cena Taker was to be a time, I would put it now.
Yeah, which we talked about already.
Yeah, and then after that, I would go back to another tag team, which is then Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn against Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan.
I'm of two minds, and you've convinced me of one of them.
Yeah.
Before this, we chatted.
I think Owens and Zayn win this match.
And I didn't think that before. I thought it'd be Daniel Bryan and fucking
Shane McMahon.
Mick Fucker. And then I thought they'd both Zayn and Owens would go to Raw. That was my original thought. But what you have in mind is actually not a bad idea.
I think now that Daniel Bryan is an active member of the wrestling roster, Shane McMahon screwing Daniel Bryan out of this match and having Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens winning and aligning himself, because what if he is reinstated? He gets Daniel Bryan to reinstate him as the SmackDown commissioner. Daniel Bryan steps down, screws Daniel Bryan, and then still brings back Zayn and Owens so they get their job back. Then now we have something moving forward. I think Daniel Bryan gets more out of a loss here than he does out of a win.
Okay.
Especially with this story now of him against the Authority once again, but it's a different McMahon.
I don't hate it, that's for sure. Either way, this match I'm going to be excited for, and the outcome I'm okay either way.
Yeah. I think just seeing Daniel Bryan wrestle again is the best takeaway out of this.
This will be the first time Mrs. Meniac has ever seen Daniel Bryan wrestle. Well, I mean, she's seen stuff in the past, but nothing ever live.
Yeah, so, I mean, she lives under a rock, but, I mean...
It's okay. I'm her rock. I am Little Petey Johnson, the Rockinator.
The Tooth Fairy. Yep. And then I'm going to go with, this is where you put Charlotte and Asuka.
And here are my thoughts. Halfway through the match, towards the end, wherever you want to do it, Carmella, because she got eliminated early from the Women's Battle Royal, comes down the ring, cashes in. It's a triple threat match suddenly. The pin happens when Asuka or Charlotte pins Carmella. I'm okay with either one of them going over, to be honest. But I think it happens like that on Carmella.
And in that theory, you're not taking away from Charlotte Asuka.
Exactly.
You can always come back with that match later on.
If the loss happens, you can blame it on foul play. If the win happens, Charlotte can use Carmella's, I want to say excuse, but as the reason to her losing. They can have a rematch. It works out. It's good.
I think if Carmella is going to come out of this match and use it, which they've been hinting this very well.
For a few weeks now, and actually they're making me intrigued again. I enjoy it.
I mean, originally I just thought Asuka was going to beat Charlotte and become the new SmackDown champion. Now I still think that's going to happen, but in the same night we'll see Carmella cashing in, successfully defeating Asuka, because I personally believe Asuka and this streak needs to be over before we go any further.
I just had a thought. What if hypothetically Asuka wins Monday after Mania? She comes to Raw to say goodbye. I'm going to SmackDown because I'm the champion. Carmella comes in and cashes in there. Wouldn't expect it on Raw.
Well, we did see that, unless they waited to the Superstar Shakeup and it was like on a Raw.
But even still, like, you should come to say goodbye on Raw. I have fun here, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to SmackDown because I'm a champion. Carmella, boom, cashes in, wins, leaves. Mm-hmm. You'd never expect it.
I mean, and they have done this before because CM Punk actually did this to Edge.
Yes, he did.
At one point, with Batista beating up Edge.
And did to Jeff Hardy after Edge beat up Jeff Hardy.
Yeah. Yeah. But I do think Carmella will become SmackDown champion. I don't think she'll have the title for very long, but I do think she does successfully cash this in. So, yeah. But, I mean, I guess, too, if Asuka wins the title and they don't do it at WrestleMania, and they do the cash in later, this does bring Asuka over to SmackDown, even if she's to lose the title. She's, I would assume, a SmackDown superstar at this point.
You would think so.
Whereas, if she comes in and Seth Rollins this match, Asuka then would be still on Raw.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's very interesting. I think it all depends on where they want Asuka, which brand they want her to be on post-Mania.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess with this, we get down to Kurt Angle, Ronda Rousey, going up against Triple H and Stephanie.
It's Ronda and Kurt, and I just don't care about the women in this match.
What if Stephanie McMahon wins this match for the team?
Sure. I don't care. I really don't.
See, like, I think my thing I want to take out of this is I just want to see how Ronda actually does. I'm going to wait until the match happens before I have a stronger opinion on Ronda Rousey.
I shouldn't be Captain Poopy Pants here. I should give her a chance. I really should. But so far, I've been so goddamn unimpressed.
The last time Kurt Angle was in the ring, he was a little bit banged up with his knee and his leg.
And this will be the first time Angle versus Triple H happens at Mania.
Mm-hmm. But this is also the first time Kurt Angle comes back in the ring healthy. Yep. So he might be going. And if Kurt Angle can go, we know he can go, we're seeing Kurt Angle going one more time in the WWE ring, and that's not bad at all.
That's a little bit of all right, if you ask me.
And I don't know. Part of me also kind of wants to see what Triple H and Stephanie do as an entrance. because
their
Triple H
entrances are always good.
So it'll be very interesting. So I do think you won't hesitate from the obvious. Ronda Rousey submits Stephanie in an armbar.
Yeah.
Gets her team the win. Maybe you get a bit of a Ronda has Stephanie in an armbar. Kurt Angle has Triple H in the ankle lock. Simultaneous tap out. Maybe.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Gargano and Ciampa won the tag titles.
I could see that.
But yeah, I do think Angle and Ronda win this match. And then here comes the interesting one. I do think the two title matches will be the last two matches on the card. I'm very curious to see which one actually main events. I'm leaning towards Brock and Roman.
I would assume Brock and Roman.
But if you want to see a change in direction, and if you want to see, okay, this is where we're going moving forward, it makes a lot of sense to watch Shinsuke and AJ. Not to mention, who wants to follow Shinsuke and AJ?
Brock. He's kind of dope.
But, I mean...
So let's hypothetically work as if Brock's the main event. So
we'll go Shinsuke Nakamura going up against the WWE Champion AJ Styles.
Here's the way I see it. Earlier in the night, if Asuka's successful and keeps the title, Shinsuke loses. If she doesn't, Shinsuke wins.
See, now we've seen it in the past where they aren't afraid to put both Japanese workers over in the same night.
It was literally once. And it was literally like 3 months ago.
But it could happen again.
I guess it could.
So, I do think Shinsuke wins the championship only because I do see AJ Styles going to Raw.
Okay.
But part of me also see it the other way of like, okay, Shinsuke won in Japan. Maybe AJ wins in the United States.
Yep.
But I don't know if WWE cares so much about what happens in New Japan.
Well, they do mention their stuff over there. Yeah. They're mentioning it more now than ever. Yeah. So,
and
they've actually mentioned in promos this is the first time it'll happen here.
Yep. But
I am actually for the first time though excited. Well, this is the first time in a while. I'm excited for a Shinsuke match.
I think they want to see what they have in Shinsuke more than anything right now. They know what they have in AJ.
I think that's why AJ retains. I'm saying AJ retains. I think he retains, but this sets up later on Shinsuke maybe getting Money in the Bank and winning.
Mm-hmm. I also think the possibility of Shinsuke winning the title here and possibly setting up a potential another dream match or Shinsuke and Daniel Bryan.
Yep.
Or possibly Shinsuke and, a top guy from Raw moving over, like a Seth Rollins, Finn Balor possibility. I think this would then allow AJ to move to Raw and do some stuff on a Raw because, hell, who wouldn't want to see a Samoa Joe AJ match on Raw?
I agree.
Who wouldn't want to see an AJ Styles versus, maybe Finn Balor on Raw?
That'd be good.
Who wouldn't want to see AJ Styles against maybe Cesaro?
That would be real good.
Or,
I think Cesaro should actually be in the heavyweight title picture, too.
But they're killing it as tag champs right now.
Yeah, it's true.
And then we have Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, and I'm flat out going to admit Roman Reigns kicks out of the F5 and wins the Universal title from Brock Lesnar.
You know what? Just because it's funny, and even though I am 90% sure I'm going to be wrong, actually, I'm going to say 95% sure I'm going to be wrong, I'm saying all of this stuff, because Dana White tweeted out earlier, whatever, that Brock Lesnar is coming back to UFC. I'm calling it now. This is all a giant fucking ruse because they're friends and he's helping him out. I'm saying giant fucking ruse. Brock Lesnar retains. Shocks everyone.
Yeah, very possible. But I just think this is Vince McMahon wanting Brock Lesnar to put over Roman Reigns. I think he is badly wanting Roman Reigns to be the guy because, 2 years ago when Roman Reigns defeated Triple H, it wasn't his coming out party then. And last year when he beat The Undertaker, it wasn't his coming out party then. He needs an actual real one by beating Brock Lesnar.
Coming out of the closet, maybe.
But, I mean, two also, here's literally my big shock of the night. Paul Heyman turns on Brock Lesnar and aligns himself with Roman Reigns, who turns heel, wins the title. Brock leaves WWE for the UFC. Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, a thing come Monday night.
Interesting.
So it's Brock Lesnar versus Big Show Survivor Series, with Paul Heyman turning on Lesnar then to go to Big Show. Same thing here.
If that happened, I'd be okay with it.
Because how interesting would it be if Paul Heyman is handing Roman Reigns the Universal title?
Yeah, fair enough.
How insane of a handshake to close WrestleMania.
How insane of a handy would that be?
Yeah. But that is a handshake nobody would see. Paul Heyman goes out of his way not to bury Roman Reigns in promos.
He does.
So, speaks a lot about the integrity of his history and his lineage. So this it makes a lot of sense. Not to mention a heel Roman Reigns. That's a lot of options.
No, you're all right.
That way, if you do bring AJ Styles over, we all know who the clear babyface is.
Or Finn Balor, or...
there's
Seth
options.
Seth Rollins returning Dean Ambrose.
Yeah. Whenever that is.
Whenever that is.
There's also the rumor going around with Ambrose that he might need a second surgery.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
His arm is still in a sling, which is not a good sign.
No.
Yeah. But anyway, that does it for WrestleMania.
I have one last thing. Game time, bitches!
Ooh, games.
This is the last one I've had, and I've had this for 6 months that I've wanted to talk about.
Ooh, okay.
Dream Mania. What are the matches you want to see? Guys, living or dead. Any match. I have several, if you'd like me to say them first. What do you think?
Yeah, you go ahead. I got a few.
Taker Sting in their prime.
Yeah.
Styles versus HBK.
Yeah.
Lesnar versus Lashley. I kind of want to see it. Macho Man Randy Savage versus CM Punk. Now, this one's just for fun, just to see your reaction. 3 count versus 3MB. Because that's funny. That's the comedy match.
That's a kickoff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What about Freebirds versus New Day? I think they could do some fun stuff. How about the Bucks versus the Revival? The Bucks of Youth. How about Omega versus Edge?
That's the one you'd give Omega.
Not the only one, but the one that came to mind. Yeah. How about Guerrero and Michaels? Or Hart Austin 2?
Okay.
Maybe Hart Michaels 2? Or Hogan Austin? That's what I've got.
Okay. My big one, John Cena versus Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Prime Hulk Hogan, prime John Cena.
Okay.
Andre versus Braun Strowman.
Love it.
I want to see the Rockers versus the New Day.
Okay.
I want to see the Elite versus the Balor Club. Omega Bucks.
I like it.
I want to see Chris Jericho versus Roddy Piper. Prime Piper.
You're not talking WrestleMania 25, are you?
No, that also wasn't a singles match.
Fair enough.
I want to see Mr. Perfect versus Kurt Angle.
That would be awesome.
I would love to see AJ Styles against Ricky Steamboat.
That would be awesome.
I would love to see Alundra Blaze versus Charlotte.
That would be awesome.
I would love to see... What would be a great one? Okay. Let's go Macho Man Randy Savage with Elizabeth against The Miz and Maurice.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Baby.
The funny thing is, I think I'm wearing a Macho Man shirt, by the way.
There you go.
So, What would be another great one? I would love to see Rey Mysterio versus Neville. Yeah. And then I would love to see Bobby Roode. Oh, it would be a great one, Bobby Roode. You know what?
Versus Bobby Heenan.
No, sorry. I want to see Brock Lesnar. Actually, no, sorry. Take this one. Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman against Andre and Bobby Heenan.
I like it.
And then I will go Braun Strowman against Big John Studd.
I like it.
I will go with... would be a great one. Let's see. You know what? Roman Reigns versus the Ultimate Warrior. Oh, it would be another great one.
I don't think that'd be a great one.
Oh.
That'd be something.
I feel bad for Roman on that one. What would be another... those are the ones coming off the top of my head right now. I want to see Heavy Machinery against a Natural Disaster.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I got another one. Mankind.
I also want to see Aleister Black versus The Undertaker.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
I got one. Mankind versus Dude Love versus Cactus Jack. Triple threat.
I want to see Dean Ambrose against Mankind.
I like it.
Because that match should have happened a while back.
Should have.
That would have been great. Would be another one. You know what? Shawn Michaels versus Seth Rollins.
Okay.
And then AJ. No, you know what? I do like AJ Styles versus Eddie Guerrero.
That'd be good. I think that actually happened.
Yeah, but not.
No, that was a long time ago, actually.
And then would be a really good one too. You know what? Yeah, those are pretty much
Super Eric versus Santino Marella.
Oh. Oh, Goldust versus Velveteen Dream.
That one would be good.
Yeah. That one has to. That's happened now.
That one could happen.
I would actually love. Just trying to think of the scenario here. You know what? Ric Flair versus Finn Balor.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Yeah. But no, you know what? I'm scratching that. Ric Flair versus Daniel Bryan.
Ooh, even better.
Yeah.
Superhero Ric Flair. I like it.
Again, super babyface Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, I like it.
Big Show and Andre.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. If you have any others, hit us up.
Hit us up. Also, remember, by 3 p.m. Friday. Otherwise, nothing. You get nothing.
Yeah. Also, make sure you grab our tickets for Saturday, April 7th, MPW Eliminator. Catch us up, hit us up, do what you want. Make sure you cheer us. Make sure you buy our merch. And
if you don't, you're a dick.
And we hope you enjoyed episode 69 of The Sounds of Struggle.
Sexual 69s.
Where we just want to get inside those earbuds of yours.
Yes, and most importantly, 'tis the season. Enjoy Mania weekend, fuckers.
Episode 69, Jizz the Season.
Jizz the season, fuckers.
Jizz the season to take struggle. Fa la 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 la.
La calm.
Little bit of alright.
Ah, fair enough. Struggle, yes.
Yeah. So, I'm Chris Parrish.
I'm Meniac. Shaun Martens couldn't be here tonight.
Yeah.
He sends his regards.
So, we'll catch you up next week for episode 70.
We're fucking geriatric.
Yeah. We're getting a little old.
That's the Brayton Holtby episode.
Yeah. And there's probably a few others we'll get to next week.
There we go.
So, we're 2/3 of Tag Struggle, and we're real.
We are also spectacle large. That's not what it is. Spectacular, that's what it is.
And that's a little bit of all right.
Bah!
Better bitches!
When your heart's pounding out of your chest, you can feel the thing shaking as you're running out of breath. If you're ready to rock, we'll just